And we're live. Professor Bats and Friends, how's everyone doing today?
Good, good,
Excited.
sir.
I'm excited to
Happy
be here. It's
Monday.
kind of weird being here on a Monday, but that's the way we roll. You're live on Professor Bats and Friends. Here we go. Live on a Monday. Woo! I tell you what, this is weird. I usually have an extra day to prepare, and didn't have it today. And things were a little bit crazy at the normal 9 to 5, and so I came in here on two wheels, on one foot, and sat down and was able to get my clothes changed and sat down in here, and I am ready to go. Man, I'm excited.
Love it. Nice.
Less than 10 days away. Let's see, we are what, like 9 days away from more? 10 days away? Let's see, today's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. 10 days away,
Yeah.
right? All right, 10 days away from MOORE Expo. And we got Chris coming on. Chris, thank you for being here.
Yeah, pleasure. Glad to be on. It's been a while since last time I got to jump on with you guys.
Yeah, it has been. We've been missing you. Of course, you've been running around all over the place, um, and we have too. So it's good to finally connect with you. And I just want to say, for those of you who do not know Chris, Chris is the. Do you have a title? Do you give yourself a title? Chairman, CEO, or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah. As far
Okay.
as the government's concerned, I am the CEO.
CEO.
Yeah, CEO or founder, I guess.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
those are all good and applicable. But Chairman, CEO, MOORE Expo, where you always receive more and always leave wanting more. Perfect name, by the way.
that's
And also the brains behind the Big Iron Overland Rally. And before we talk about more, I just want to, if you didn't see this, this was so cool. Recently, Chris received the Miners Lamp Award, given annually to the person or group outside the organization who displays outstanding dedication to the coal mining heritage of Southeast Kansas. And I thought that was so stinking cool. And congratulations on that, Chris. That was pretty neat.
yeah. Thank you so much. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I definitely humbly accepted that on behalf of everybody that made Big Iron such a success. It's funny that event, I had no idea what it was going to be or what it was going to look like or anything like that. We just knew we wanted to have an event there, and the first time I ever worked with those guys, I'm like, you know what? This isn't about a business decision or about making profit or anything like that. It was pretty much just let's help these guys keep this thing alive and running and looking awesome. When I
Yeah.
first met them, they had been awarded a very large grant from the state of Kansas to do a lot of the restoration work that thing needs. And then just about a month before the first Big Iron Overland Rally, the state of Kansas took it back. They sent him a letter and said, "Hey, we've changed our minds. We're not going to donate the money to you guys. Instead, we're going to send it to I think they restored a bank somewhere in Crawford County, like an old bank. And I'm sure it's cool too, but they pretty much, dangled the carrot and then took the money away. So we just felt so obliged or obligated to help support. And I remember the first year we raised like $8,500 for them. And I just remember the guys saying, "Man, this is a lot better than Polka Fest."
Polka Fest.
Polka Fest. I can't
Yeah.
imagine the events that they have there. The people that thing would attract has
Yeah.
just got to be very interesting. It's got to
I'm
be very
sure.
interesting.
They
So
see hundreds of people a day. It's quite the attraction.
that is really cool.
It's definitely worth driving by if you're going through Kansas. And as a matter of fact, they've got a big throwdown in May. Big Brutus's 60th birthday. So if
Wow.
anybody wants to come hang out and camp with me, I will be there camping. I think it's May 19th with the family. They got live bands, food trucks, all kinds of cool stuff. I'm going to bring the e-bikes down and the kayak and just
Yeah.
enjoy it.
Awesome.
That
That's cool.
sounds like a good time.
Well, that's good. Tell us what are the dates for Big Iron this year, so we can put those on the calendar.
Yeah, you bet. So Big Iron has switched. It's no longer in the heat of summer. It's now September 29th and 30th,
Okay.
which is my birthday weekend.
Awesome. Last weekend in September. Cool.
Yeah, if anybody wants to know what I drink, just send a message.
I'll tell you what he drinks. Anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just show up and it'll be a party. I promise.
So, yeah.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited. Especially about the change of time. I think that'll be really nice for Big Iron this year. Good.
Now one more thing to that is we've been getting a ton of messages on through email and through our socials asking about when tickets are going to go on sale for that. Well, the answer is, so everybody knows, they are going to officially go on sale at MOORE Expo, and only to MOORE Expo attendees with a 20% off QR code. So there are a few places that you can grab that QR code. One is if you scan it in the physical copy of More Momentum magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you pick up an area map of the campground or anything at MOORE Expo, on the backside of that area map, it's going to have the QR code. And then we've got a couple banners and flyers up around the area. But that's first dibs on all the camping and 20% off. So,
and for those who do not know, Big Iron will fill up. So that's good that if you go to MOORE Expo, you can get in there and get some tickets. So the campground does have a limit. So not everybody can camp there. There are some places around there, but if you want to get on the campground, that's good that you can get that at MOORE Expo, get dibs on that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like that. So MOORE Expo is April 21st through the 23rd. That's going to be next Friday, Saturday. Will it be Sunday as well?
No, sir. Just Friday,
okay,
Saturday.
It's just Friday and Saturday. Okay.
Yep, we went longer hours. So come in Friday morning. We open at 10 a.m. and we'll go till 7 p.m. on Friday. The after party, if you got VIP tickets, I think there might be a couple left. We sold out, and then I bumped the quantity by 25, and I think there might be a couple left hanging on. But
okay, cool.
The after party is at 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night.
Awesome.
But yeah, the show hours are 7 to 10. I'm sorry, 10 to 7 on Friday.
Okay.
And then 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. on Saturday.
All right, cool. So let me ask you this. For those who do not know what MOORE Expo is, tell us what it is. Just give us a general description of what it is and why somebody who might be in the off-road, overlanding, outdoor camping, maybe you have some interest in that, why would they want to come to this?
So what MOORE Expo is a collaboration of products, brands, dealers, and brand ambassadors, experts in all of these products come together. We've got 215 different businesses represented at MOORE Expo, and they come in from all over the world. We have over 8 countries represented all together with the dealers or vendors, manufacturers. So
wow.
So what it is it's a trade show expo consumer based, so it's a buyer's event, and we bring all of these manufacturers in so that way you can touch it, feel it, see it. You can really get your hands on these products before you make, an investment or make the wrong purchase. We don't want to see anybody doing, what I do when it's not show season and I'm just buying stuff without even thinking about it or asking anybody how it's going to fit. And then I'm returning stuff or it just piles in my garage. And, having these shows where these vendors come to everybody is so important, and it just makes it really nice to do your shopping. It's not just that though. It's a home of education. The Switchback Outdoor Safety Education Headquarters is hosting 16, I think it's 17 hours of course time that they're instructing, or they have other guest instructors coming in to teach. And the schedule is on our website if you want to look and see what that is.
Website is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So if you need to know what that is, it's always there. So this is the 4th year, right?
This is year number 4.
Fourth annual. The first couple years it was in February, and last year they moved it to April. The first year it was in half the building. It was in just one hall, and the next year you moved it to 2 halls, and then the third year you moved it to the 2 halls and outside. So it's been growing every year. The interest keeps building and building and building, mainly to the amount of work that you put into it. So I wanted you to discuss for just a minute how much work goes into putting this together, because we know this only happens one time a year. And so it's kind of like, somebody thinking that their pastor at their church only works on Sundays. He does work through the week too. So we know that you're working all year to put this together. So how much work actually goes into this, would you say?
Well, it's a full-time job for me. I have an office. I rent out of an office building, and I'm there. I drop my daughter off at 8 a.m. and then I pick her up at 5, and I pretty much stay in the office all of that time throughout the year. What's entailed in creating an event. You always have to be thinking outside the box, and you don't ever want it to get stale. So you've got to be everything's strategically innovated between years. So we always want to make sure that it's more than just a vendor show where vendors come in and set up. So coming up with new ideas, creating activations like the Overland Addict Recovery Room Lounge or the S'more to More Overland Rally, coming up with that stuff it takes a lot of time. The normal day is spent emailing, coordinating with all of these different brands and manufacturers, making sure that logos on the website are always correct and data like that is correct and hyperlinks work. So fortunately, I've got a killer marketing agency that does all of my website, and they do all of my ticketing software. We've created our own ticketing software, so we don't have to charge administrative fees anymore. Man, there's so much that goes into it. All the normal day-to-day things that you could think of, business licenses and all that fun stuff. Then S'more to More Overland Rally, that takes about 6 weekends a year that we go down and we plan and route the different roads and stuff like that for everybody to take. So
that's cool.
Mergers, acquisitions.
Yeah. New businesses coming on, contacting them, trying to get the best of the best. You only have so much room, so you've got to get the best of the best vendors in there for everybody to see. Now, so that really, it just blows my mind how much work goes into this for 2 days of people coming into this. And so I just want everybody to know it's not just something that you start working on in February and then it comes together in April. It's kind of a little bit bigger project than that. But for people who have never been there before, like Chris said, if you have a setup or you're trying to build or you see some gear out there that you want, this is the place to go, because you're not going to buy something and then have it sitting in your garage and you'll never use it. You actually get to talk to the people who sell it, talk to the people who make it, and they're there and they can explain it. They can tell you if it's the best thing for you, and it's the best place in this area in the United States, where you can go and talk to people who do this and make it the best for you. So that's cool. That's just definitely something that you want to block off and come to. Now, for those of us who have been there before, and there's a lot of us who have attended this before, why would we want to come again? Tell us why we want to put this on our calendar for somebody who is saying, okay, been there, done that. Why would I want to buy tickets and go to MOORE again this year?
That is the thought process structure that I work off of every year when we start planning the next event. I can tell you there are a couple events that I've been to, and then I went the next year and they were the exact same, and I wasn't that interested in, putting it on my calendar as a sure thing for the next year. So, man, lots of things are new this year and lots of exciting growth in years to come. So things that we've added that are different this year are probably, I'm going to say, another 50 different businesses that are coming in. Actually, that's about right, 55. We had 165 last year, and we're hovering around 215 this year. So new vendors, some of the tried and trues that have always been there will still be there. And then we've got some new great ones that are coming in.
Good.
So the nice thing about, coming to MOORE Expo is it's the beginning of the year. All of the new products just launched. So this is a great time to come and see all of the newest, latest, and greatest equipment that everybody's got, and we'll be launching. There's a lot of new releases that go on at the event, so that's cool. The other thing that we've added is the Camp Northology campground, and Cindy Pope and her team of northologists are going to run that camping area, and that is going to be a blast. We're getting pretty full, so we had planned on having 400 campsites open. I think we're about 75% of the way to having camping sold out. So that's pretty incredible. The other thing that's new is the hiker trailer VIP party, which is going to be awesome. I've got a different live band all 3 nights. We've got Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night live music at the hiker trailer after party. And if you bought VIP tickets, those are what gets you in the door for that. Also, all of the vendors will be in and hanging out in there, and all of our storytellers will be in there and hanging out.
Cool.
So we've got some awesome giveaways that we're going to be doing each night for that. Thursday night and Friday night have some great stuff, and then Saturday must not be present to win. Just have to have a VIP ticket. So we're doing a Milestar XT tire package with a set of Method wheels up to 37-inch tires. So
sweet.
Yeah, we'll be giving that away Saturday night.
Awesome.
So that's all fun and exciting stuff. The other thing is Storyteller Row. We had probably a dozen storytellers last year, and this year you'll see 50 out there. So all kinds of rigs to get new ideas from.
That's awesome. Well, I don't have the latest and greatest promo video that you have for 2023. I did not have that, but I do have 2022. So if you're watching on here, you want to get a little bit of idea what it looks like. It'll be bigger and better than this, but this is last year's. Check it out. last year's, and you can tell that it was last year's because all the people were wearing masks from
That footage is
2021.
actually from 21.
Was
Yeah.
it? Okay, well, that
Wow.
was the one that was advertising for the 2022.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was. I love that video. I had like a eighth of a second bro pose in there, so
Nice.
I like that. So I copied that off there. But yeah, that's just a little bit about give you a little bit of visual about what it looks like. Now, so how can I, if I'm looking to purchase tickets, how can I purchase tickets, and tell us about the different levels and different types of tickets that you have?
Yeah. Let's see. So you can jump on mooreexpo.com, and then you can go over to the purchase tickets area, and we've got several different options tailored to however you'd want to attend. If you just want to come in for a day, or just drive in and check out a couple days of it, you can get the general admission pass. That'll get you in. It'll get you access to all the classes. You'll have access to all vendors. You'll be able to walk around and be there the entire time the event is open. If you want to get a little bit more out of the MOORE Expo, you can grab the VIP tickets if there are any left. I haven't checked to see if they're sold out or not. But what the VIP ticket will get you is first of all VIP parking. So all the preferred parking with the S2M rigs and everything like that. It'll get you 10% off on any MOORE Expo merchandise, and then the funnest, the reason you buy it is because it gets you access to the VIP after parties, which take place Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and we just touched on all that stuff.
Mhm.
So that's the VIP package. And then if you want to camp, you can grab a dry camping spot. So camping is festival style, and we're not going to pack everybody in. We will limit it at 400 camping passes. But if you have dry, non-powered camping, we'll say, hey, go camp, between here and there, and keep in here and there. And then everybody's kind of welcome to plot their own place of land and camp that way. Or if you need hookups, we've got electrical and water hookups, full RV site. So if you've got a big camper or something like that, and you're worried about running heat or air conditioning for the puppies or anything like that, we have 30 amp service available in all of the electric sites, so you can attend that way. And then the bonus ticket is to grab a Smortamore rally registration. You can jump in on that, and that is a 112-mile route that'll take you from the Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch all the way up to MOORE Expo, or vice versa. If you're camping at Southern Missouri Off-Road Ranch, you can take the MOORE to S'more route and run it backwards. All of that is presented by Midland Radio. They provide us with everything that we need to make that event happen. But it's a beautiful scenic ride with some fun water crossings and really easy, just scenic roads that takes you through some of the northernmost point of the Ozark Mountains. So,
Okay, we got a question. Somebody asked, is it possible to upgrade from a regular ticket to a VIP if they've already bought their regular tickets?
yes. Please email hello@mooreexpo.com, and
Okay.
we will send you a link where you can enter your ticket number and you can upgrade your ticket if there are any left.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. So as far as is there a reason that you changed the time from 3 days to 2 days and extended the hours? What was the thinking going on behind that?
There are a couple of reasons for that. One of them is taking into consideration the attendees that come in for these events. So while I'm looking at it, the majority, I would say, honestly, the local crowd that comes in makes about 10% of our crowd that comes in the gate.
Mhm.
Very few. So I need to be thinking about the people that have a drive home,
Yeah.
more so than the local audience, and allowing our vendors who travel in, nationwide and internationally, the extra day of travel to get home and get back to business is important to us. And then allowing the majority of our attendees a day of travel to get home is important to us as well. You know, attendees are welcome. That Sunday is a good day to go explore.
Yeah.
Find some of the beautiful areas down in southern Missouri. Go take the ferry across Bull Shoals Lake or whatever it may be. Most of the time when people come to the event, they are blocking out a day to do that stuff anyways. So it made sense for us just to pull that one day out of there and pretty much give it back to everybody so that way they could get home on time.
Yeah, that's nice, especially with the people that are attending the VIP on Saturday night. That way they can just get up on Sunday and head home, and especially for the vendors who, maybe attending the VIP things in the evening and also, just getting up that Sunday morning and taking their time packing up or whatever, because, when we were going till 2 o'clock on Sunday and then having to pack everything up, and I know some people were driving all night to get back to where they were going, that was tough on the vendors. So I'm sure that the vendors were pretty happy with that decision as well.
Yeah.
And we don't really have a show unless the vendors come in, and
right.
I like to just make sure that we listen to what they need and make sure that they're accommodated. And we haven't really had any pushback on the 2-day. Excuse me, coming off a cold. Great timing. So we haven't had much pushback on it, but that this year it's an experiment, so we will see. We will see. I see that. The rum slushy vendor back this year. I think that was like the tiki.
Yes.
Tiki hut
the tiki
West
hut.
Hall.
Yeah.
Last year they said, "Hey, if you have enough people, we'll set it up." So I'm thinking we're probably gonna have enough people. So I bet
You should have enough people. Now that's part of the fairgrounds that does that, right?
yeah,
So,
Fairgrounds does that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to ask about food here in a minute, but are there any new vendors that might stick out that catch your attention that you're pretty excited about coming this year?
Yeah. I don't want to leave anybody out, but I'm just gonna
just a couple.
rattle off a couple of ones that I think are super rad. Have you seen the Wolf Rigs Humvee camper conversions?
I have not.
You should. They are
Wow.
way cool.
Tony's looking it up right now. He can't wait.
You better believe it.
Yeah. So Wolf Rigs does a camper conversion that is just incredible. I'm happy to see some products in this year that I always felt like should be represented.
Dude,
products that take a little bit more than just a picture on a website to purchase. So I'm glad to see guys like Zero Breeze coming in so that they can actually explain it.
Those are cool. The Wolf Rigs are cool.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see WeBoost coming in to offer support and, answer those questions. That was one that was hard for me to buy for a while because I just didn't believe it. And had I had somebody to talk to, then I probably would have been able to do it. So, man, jump on that exhibitors page on the MOORE Expo website and cruise through it. If you wanted to look at everybody's website, it would take you a day. So tons of new ones in there. Just lots of really cool gear, which is what I'm excited about.
Yeah. There's a few new things that's just come out that I'm pretty excited to see. I'm excited to see a lot of the the trailers, the camper conversions, different things like that. That you look at them on their websites and you just really have no idea until you see them in person. And so that's what I like to see. It's not a lot of the smaller stuff you'll see it just about any of the local shops or anything like that, but the bigger stuff that you only get to see at places like this, that's what I like to see.
We have 30 plus trailer manufacturers in, probably 45 brands represented. So, it's funny. Like if this is, it's like an RV show. I mean, it's not an RV show.
Yeah.
But
well,
there is plenty of camping and sleeping solutions going on. And
sleeping solutions.
Still, sleeping solutions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's you should coin that. You should coin that. That's good. What about are there any new classes that you're going to offer this year that you've never had before?
Let's see. So there are some good camp food, kind of geared more towards like food prevention and making sure that that you're being healthy and health conscious, that kind of stuff. So some food preparedness classes I'm excited to see. The recovery course is instructed by a I4WDTA certified instructor, which if you guys are familiar with that, it's no small feat to get that accreditation.
Certification.
So those are actually hour and a half courses that people can attend. And don't let me forget, in the ladies Overland Lounge there are their own separate schedule of classes, which are also on our course schedule. But there's firearm safety and some other great classes. And if any ladies out there want to know a secret or a MOORE Expo hack, if you want a free cup of coffee, you can always go get a free cup of coffee in there, and you don't have to buy one at the concession stand. So.
Oh, well,
there you
go. Well, I've got a wig that I'm bringing, so maybe I can sneak off in there. I can identify as a female and get a free cup of coffee. I'm not past that.
Yeah, no. That's
as long as you're bringing the chicken again.
Oh, I got the chicken. Got the chicken. Daggone right. Now tell us about, for those who don't know, what is the MOORE to MOORE Overland Rally that's presented by Midland Radio? What is that, and how does it work?
So MOORE to MOORE started through a friendship between Brandon Powell and I, the owner of S'more, and myself. Before the first MOORE Expo, I went out there and I said, Brandon, I want people to come out here and camp and wheel during MOORE Expo. What do you think? And he said, man, I think we're just a little bit too far away. I don't think it's going to work, Chris. And I was thinking about it, and well, how do we make it work? We don't usually do camp very well. So he just kept saying, I think 50 minutes on the highway is just too far away. I think it's going to take too long and people won't be interested. And I thought, you know what? 50 minutes on the highway would be terrible. How about 4 hours on a gravel road?
Exactly.
And I said, what do you think? We just call it S'more to MOORE, and we create a route that goes in between the two. And ideas started kind of coming off of that. In the first couple years, we did a guided route. So you'd set with a convoy leader. And then the convoy leader was taking, the first year, we had groups of like 25 that were going, and that was a lot of rigs to convoy in each group. And then the second year, the second year we had it all planned out and it was going to be a similar operation. Unfortunately, that was that ice storm, and there was an inch of ice on all the trails, and we actually had to shut it down. But it was set up the same way, and we were going to have 40 groups of 40 rigs in the convoys. So then we had the year of 21 to think about it, and we wanted to completely redesign it, but it was going to take a lot of work to redesign it. We wanted to make it more of a run on your own, experience on your own kind of ride without the convoy leader and without congesting up, Ozark City streets and things like that. So the gentleman who's been helping me with the S'more to More rally since it started is Blake Lighton. And Blake knows the area like the back of his hand. Well, he's also been around road racing and rally racing, since he was a kid. And it was his idea. He said, Chris, why don't we make this kind of a rally where you get a rally book and you have questions along the way and you have to find turn-by-turn directions and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, all right, I like it. And then I found the Rally Master software that Rebel Rally is used and Dakar is used and all of that. And we ended up purchasing the software and dropping the track into it to see how it would look. And everything looked great. It was going to take some extra work to get it going. So, and a lot of extra man hours. And that's when Midland said that they wanted to stop in, or they wanted to jump in and make sure that it was successful. The owner of Midland Radio lives here in Kansas City, and he was at the first lunch when we were talking about it. And he's actually an old rally racer. So he was digging it.
Yeah.
And it makes sense. It's a perfect fit for Midland. So they supported it the whole way through. And this year it has taken 6 trips. So 6 weekends between Blake and myself, or riding together usually to go down there and scope it out. And oh man, it's a tough job. We got to go run these gravel roads.
That's horrible. Horrible.
We always have to camp.
Just awful. So somebody's got to do it. Somebody has to.
Yeah, there's usually, no good food getting cooked and the beer's always hot.
Yeah, it's horrible. How many people participated in this last year?
327 vehicles.
327 vehicles participated in this S'more to More. That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, and we had 4 routes that you could take, and none of them were ever congested, as far as I'm told. Everything ran super smooth, and everybody really enjoyed it. The feedback on it was great. So this year we're expecting a little over 400, and we will probably have. Well, I know the routes like the back of my hand now. We have 4 routes again, but they're different, and that's what we like about doing it, changing it up every year too, which it's very difficult. It's not as easy as just like looking at a map and drawing a line from one to the other, because you have to go down and connect the dots. You might get on a road, you might have 3 roads that cover a span of like 10 miles. And it's like, well, which one do we pick? You don't know. You got to go find the good one. So we'll run all 3 of those routes and then pick one. And then you go back through and run the other one. It's amazing. But getting all those roads to connect with a fuel stop in the middle and landing at the proper destination is a bit of a task. It's a lot of fun to plan out. So I hope everyone enjoys it.
That's cool. That's cool. So you talked about, I want everybody to consider doing that S'more to More rally. If you have some extra time during the rally, and when does that have to be turned in to you?
So all of the rally books will have a tear out perforated page where you fill in your information and then answer the questions. And then you can either drop that in the in the mailbox at the Midland radio booth, or you can drop it in the box at the Midland booth at SMOORE, or the tear out card will have an address to mail it into. And I think we set the deadline as May 1st.
So you can do that after. You can do that like on the Sunday that Moore's not going on. You can do that afterwards. So it doesn't have to be done in the 2 days. So if you want to go to Moore and you think you're going to need to spend 2 days at the MOORE Expo to see everything, you don't have to take one of those days and do the SMOORE to Moore route. You can do those at a different time and then mail your stuff in.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Good. I'm glad we're clear on that.
The signs for the SMOORE to Moore route, we do put some signs out to assist people, just because we want to make sure nobody gets lost. But the signage will get taken down on Sunday. That's okay. The route is still completely doable. You just have to be diligent and work hard to make sure you don't miss a turn. But it's still a great time. So yeah, Sundays are good for that. And then, you can just drop the answer card into the mail and get it up to us, and we'll enter it in. And if you haven't seen the list of giveaways, sponsors, it's long. Last year, I think we had 15 sponsors for giveaway prizes, and I think we hit $1,000 package for the winner of each of the 4 routes.
Wow.
I'll bet we hit $2,000 for each package on this one. So it's just fun stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, back to the camping. You're going. You said that the Northology people are going to do the camping, and we do have a question that came in. It says that you have to ride with your friends if you want to camp with them. Does this go for the whole camping area? And I'm guessing that you said that because there are no reservations. You just tell people to go wherever, and there may not be a spot if you all arrive at different times.
That's correct. Yeah, we don't want people coming in and then saving the spot next to them. That creates kind of some bottlenecks and makes it really hard to fill in campers. So we say festival style. It's not like music festival style where you have 6,000 tents sitting on top of each other. But we will start filling towards the back first, and then as people come in, we'll start filling it out towards the front gate. So if you really want to camp by your friends, like right next to each other, we highly recommend that you arrive together. And to answer Tim's question, Tim, the allowable space for each campsite is 30 foot by 30 foot. So you should have plenty of space.
That's big.
Yeah, that's big.
That's big. Yeah. So if you have a trailer, you could fit that in there as well.
Yep.
All right, cool. Storytellers, where will the storytellers be this year?
Storyteller Row is the main drag in front of the east and west halls. So where we had everybody set up last year, it'll start there and then it'll continue east all the way up that road, all the way to the end of the vendor area. So
okay.
Yeah, from the minute you walk in the main entrance, you're on Storyteller Row, and all the way back pretty much to where the road for the campground goes is where it ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Won't miss that.
Now, I did notice on your Instagram that you have a few giveaways that you're doing. Are you doing those at the VIP, or are you having drawings throughout the time? I noticed that you're doing one through Quiet Cat Bikes, and I know you mentioned some other ones that you're doing at the VIP. How will people be able to enter those or whatever?
Yeah, you bet. So the Quiet Cat giveaway is separate from VIP parties. There is a QR code in Momentum magazine right now, so you can even jump online on the website and go to the Momentum magazine tab and scan that QR code and enter now. It's one entry per email address. So if you're like me, I have like 6 email addresses. Put them all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is for a Quiet Cat Pioneer bike. I think it's like a $4,000 or $5,000 bike.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually have it on display at the customer service desk during MOORE Expo. So come up, check it out. You'll see QR codes. I've got 15 signs I'm going to hang up all around the fairgrounds. So whenever you see a Quiet Cat sign, just scan that, and you'll be entered to win that bike. We're going to give it away the last day of the Big Iron Overland Rally. So
cool.
That gets given away on October 2nd. So we'll be doing the drawing all the way up through then. For the VIP after parties, we've got awesome giveaways for Thursday night and Friday night. And then Saturday night is the Method Wheels and Milestar Tires wheel tire combo that you can win there. So that'll be a big deal. And the way to enter for those, you don't have to be present to win. We're going to run the list of all. We only sold 550 VIP tickets, so you have really good chances of winning.
Awesome.
We're just going to randomly draw out of that ticket pool, and we'll call the name on stage. And if you're not there, that's okay. We'll still get them to you. So
very cool.
Yeah.
I had a question come in. Do you have handicap parking closer to the venue?
So the fairgrounds doesn't exactly have an area designated for handicap parking. I can tell you that the electric sites are going to be closer, and I can also tell you that we absolutely want to make your stay as comfortable as possible, and we promise that we will. So when you come in, please let the Northology staff know that that you're handicapped or have special ADA requirements, and they will get you the closest campsite that they can to the area. Then also what we're going to do to make sure that you're the most comfortable possible is we have a 6-man golf cart that we rented, and that will run between camping and the expo all during show hours. So if you see it and want to ride, flag them down. If you want them to come pick you up at a certain time, give them a shout, flag them down, and say, hey, will you come back in an hour and come get us? Or get in touch with any of the Northology camp staff and say, hey, would you mind calling the golf cart on the radio to come get us? And they will come get you. So
awesome.
We rented that and wanted to make sure that we're taking extra special good care of everybody. So
Michael said on Storyteller Row, how are you going to line everybody up? It's just when they get there, you're just going to line everybody up when they get there, or do you have a system that you're going to put all the storytellers in?
That is the system. I do have a system, and that is it. So Michael's asking about storyteller move-in. So we've asked the storytellers to arrive at 5:00 on Thursday, and we will place them up the road as we go from there.
Okay.
And they're all just kind of up along the road. So it's, first come, first serve, or placed in order of arrival, I guess is a better way to look at it.
When will the storyteller packets be sent out? Or have they been sent out yet?
If you submitted your address, we sent a huge package of them out. What's today? Monday? Friday we sent a bunch out, and today we sent a bunch out. The cutoff The cutoff is Wednesday. So if any storytellers haven't replied to the email with their address, then after Wednesday, we're not going to ship them. You can just pick them up at MOORE Expo. But we were hoping to get everybody's address in there so we could get you guys some cool stuff for before the event.
Okay. When they arrive, where do they check in for the campsites?
Gate number 10, Tim. So gate number 10 is on the north side of the property on Zoo Park Road. You'll see as soon as you get in the proximity of MOORE Expo in the neighborhood, you'll start seeing signs. Just follow the signs for camping, but keep in mind it is on the north side of the property, and it's gate 10. That is where you'll be directed in, and the Northology team will get you styled out from there.
Excellent. Now, one thing that some of the things we don't like to talk about, but we have to talk about because people need to know these things. What are some of the rules that people need to follow, like pets and food and things like that?
Yeah. So there are some great places to get food at the fairgrounds. Vendors that come in are not allowed to sell food. That's all controlled through, the health department and city and all that stuff. But the fairgrounds always says big scary words, so I just stay away from the food.
Yeah.
As far as camping and cooking and all that stuff goes, this is a camping event. Come in, camp, cook, and all that stuff. Just
cool.
So yeah, there's nothing really there to worry about. Just no food sales. So I remember going to some music festivals as a young high school lad, and you'd have the guy like selling just boiled hot dogs, weird stuff. I've never seen an overlanding event that
the back of his Buick, he's selling hot dogs.
Yeah, or like a sandwich like just wrapped in foil. So pets are more than welcome. Please keep them on a leash. If they're big dogs or easy, if your dog gets distracted easy or doesn't like crowds, please don't bring them inside. The fairgrounds, we have inside the E-Plex buildings, we have 6-foot aisles, just tight enough to get through. So it's really tough to navigate around there with a puppy dog, or a big dog, I should say. But
if I remember in the past, pets were discouraged or not allowed to come inside, but this year it's okay.
Yeah, we're careful about how we word it. I mean,
yeah, I understand.
We have never turned anybody away for bringing a dog in. We just ask that you please be mindful. Your dog on a leash doesn't act the same way when he's around 10,000 people as he does when he's around you guys or a couple people. And it would really honestly be best if we didn't bring dogs in, but I'm not going to tell anybody no. So there's that. There's some people that just insist on it, and that's okay too. Dogs are family, and
just
if you want to bring a cat, bring a cat. My daughter loves kitties. You can always leave your cat with my daughter, and she'll play with it.
As long as you're not it's not like a tiger or any cat like that. So
yeah,
Mike Tyson don't want to do that.
Tiger.
Just be mindful of everybody else. Yeah,
just
be mindful of everybody.
Make smart choices, please.
No goats, Amy.
The only other, there's probably two more important rules that I should mention. One is as far as fires go in the campground, propane only. There no wood fires, no charcoal, please. We don't have anywhere to dispose of that stuff. There's a lot of hay on the ground out there for Amy's goats. So there are just a lot of things that could go bad with that kind of stuff. So propane only, please. And also the city just flat out doesn't allow it. So
Yeah.
Propane only in the campground, and then drones. So we are in the Springfield Branson airspace, and then there's another small airport just on the other side of the fairgrounds. So we are strictly no drones allowed at the event. Also, we have licensed drone operators who work for us, who have gotten permission to send drones up, and we have gone through all the proper channels to grant that to them. They are the only ones allowed to have a drone in the air. So, please no drones. We don't want to put anybody's safety at risk. We don't want to put our media companies' equipment at risk. And also, I don't want the Air Force showing up because we.
No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah. So any UFO drones will be treated as
no Chinese balloons will be flying over. I
no Chinese
promise.
balloons. No, we will not allow that.
If they are, we will shoot them down.
I saw a great meme of some guys. It was just, some guy, he had like a Adidas sandal and a beer in his hand, and he was looking at the drone and was like, "Oh, the first drone over Missouri," or something. Spy balloon. Yeah.
I love it. So I don't know if you do this or not, but do you have a guesstimate of how many people that you think will be there?
Yeah, we are prepared to host 10,000 attendees.
10,000. Excellent. Yeah. That's awesome. And Richard asked, are we free to leave and come back both days? If that
Richard, you are a grown man. You can do that if you like.
Awesome.
Yeah, no problem. So everybody will get wristbands when you come in. Mm-hmm. Once you've got a wristband, you are free to come and go as you please. If you are VIP, you'll get a wristband and you'll get a lanyard to let everybody know how cool you are and that you are a very important person. And that will also get you in and out. So yes, free to come and go as you please.
I love it. So let me ask you, closing up, we've about reached the end of our time here, but I wanted to ask you this. If you had a dream or a goal for everybody who comes to this, what would their takeaway be?
That's fun. So I would hope that everybody, it's hard to put everybody in the same category, but I would hope that everybody comes in with an open mind and kind of a clean canvas. And I hope that 100% of our attendees are able to get a little bit of education, a good deal on the product that they're looking for. I hope that they're able to meet somebody that influences them and inspires them. And then I hope to see some photos a month or 6 months after of them on their dream trip that they were prepared for at MOORE Expo.
Yeah. Well put. There's a lot of things that you could take away, and it's going to be different for everybody. It depends on what you think you're looking for when you go. This is one of the few times a year we get to see the people that we only get to see a couple times a year. The people that we know that live on the West Coast, or somewhere that we don't get to cross paths very often. They're going to be there, and that's one of the things I look forward to. The new gear is awesome, but seeing the people that you don't get to see very often, that's one of the things that draws it for me, and just getting to spend a little bit of time with each other. And so if you go into it with a good attitude and wanting to see what you can take away from it, and you don't have to make a list or anything, or you don't have to set any life goals or anything like that, but it will make you a better person, a better outdoorsman, if you get educated and learn from each other and make friends. You'll meet friends and make friends. You'll come away saying, I've always wanted to meet them and I finally got to meet them, or, I haven't seen them in forever, or I'm so glad I got to see that. There's so many things that you could take away. And I really hope people come with that attitude that I'm going to get something out of this, because you will. I promise.
Yeah, Joey, that's what it is for me. I mean, I've gone every year and bought something. I've learned something every year, but more importantly, I've met new friends every year. So, it's just getting back to it and catching up with everybody is one of the big things for me. So.
One of the things I look forward to is every year is seeing Chris add a new vehicle to his collection, because his road in front of his house is only so big. And eventually he's going to have a car in front of everybody's house all the way down the street.
I do. Yeah, here, let me see. I think I can do this without throwing the Wi-Fi off. Is it? No, it's not dark. All right. So yeah, this is my current situation. So I don't have to park everything on the road, but I've got let's see. I think I can do this. Yeah. Here, well, let's go for a walk. So we've got Tundra.
Nice.
I just put the diodes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. They look good.
8 of those,
with the Sequoia front end swap. Yeah.
No, I didn't do the front end swap. Nope.
No?
Just chopped in half Tundra front end.
I love it.
Okay.
And then the 71 Ford F100 and Sniper camper trailer, and then my wife's Grand Cherokee. The Jeep Wrangler is in the shop at the dealership. I may or may not have lost the transmission, so that's happening.
Oh no.
And the Lexus is at Adventure Motors and is for sale. And we'll have an awesome, super awesome show price, and I'll have it at MOORE Expo for sale.
Sweet. Well, I hope everybody goes to mooreexpo.com and buys a ticket, because that will help Chris pay his auto insurance. And
the property taxes are.
Well, hey, I appreciate everybody coming on here. I promise, if you will buy a ticket and go to MOORE Expo, you will not be disappointed. It's going to be new. It's going to be bigger. It's going to be better. And you will have something to take away. And you'll have tons of pictures to bring.
And the weather is going to be awesome.
Weather's going to be good. There's no snowstorms in the forecast. The wind is not going to be 90 miles an hour. It's going to be good. We know it. We're predicting it right now.
Yeah. Keep in mind, there's no bad weather. There's only bad gear.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Well, hey everybody, thank you for joining us. I hope to see you next week. In about 10 days, we're going to be pulling into MOORE Expo, and I hope to see you Friday and Saturday. What are those show times again, Chris, on Friday and Saturday?
Friday, April 21st from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. And then Saturday, April 22nd from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. with after parties Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night for those lucky enough.
Heck yeah.
Pass.
We will be there along with everybody else. So I hope everybody comes by and sees us. Go to mooreexpo.com and get your tickets today. On behalf of Tony, myself, Chris, thank you for joining us, man. It's good to see your face.
Good to see you
guys. It's always great to be on. I really appreciate it.
I love it. Well, we'll be back next week. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful week. We'll see y'all. Join us next week.
Same bad time, same bad channel. Boom.